Good morning, folks. Forecaster Ethan Stever here with Stever Weather Forecasting. We're going to bring you, I've got a winter weather update for you. We're going to talk all things pertaining to this upcoming winter storm we're talking about for Monday night into the first part of Wednesday. So let's cover what we know and what we don't know at the moment up on your screen. What we do know, we kind of have a good idea on timing on this. Looks to be about from 7 p.m. Monday, maybe just a little bit later for some of you closer to the Wabash River. Ending right around that 8 a.m. time frame Wednesday morning. Another thing we know is it will be really windy with this system. This low pressure, as we talked about a couple days ago, is going to be really strong. So there will be a lot of wind, especially on the backside of this system. What we don't know yet, we don't exactly know snowfall accumulations or anything like that yet, mainly because of the next point, we don't know the exact track of the low. Models have started to come into a better agreement with it, but it'll really take probably until about tomorrow for us to really lock down the exact track of that low. So let's get started first. Here we have the 3-kilometer NAM model. It's just a high-res forecast model that kind of really gives us a really good picture of what future radar could look like. So we're going to pick this up at noon today. Notice maybe some scattered rain or snow showers across the area as we go through tonight. This goes hour by hour into the future. We'll stop this right around 6 p.m. tonight. Notice maybe some scattered rain or snow showers in the area. This isn't going to amount to much of anything other than to maybe drop a little bit of snow on those grassy areas. But other than that, nothing looks to come accumulation-wise from this little clipper system moving through the area tonight. And we'll keep going hour by hour. We'll stop this at midnight. Notice maybe a little bit of scattered snow showers in the area, but those clear out of the way as we go through the day on Sunday. And notice if we stop this here at noon tomorrow, most of those snow showers are well out of the area. So again, not looking at much in the way of accumulations for this. Maybe a dusting on some of those grassy surfaces, but nothing major out of this. If we keep going further along into the future now, notice we're stopping this at Sunday night at midnight. Off to the left-hand side of your screen, you notice that is our next storm system that will be slowly working its way in. And this goes all the way until noon on Monday. Notice there's that storm system knocking off to our west. Next up, I'm going to show you several different forecast models that'll hopefully paint a pretty good picture of what we can expect with this storm system. First up, this is the Euro model, and we're going to pick this up right at noon on Monday, right where we left off. Notice there's that storm system off to the west. And as we go into the future, this is now 6 p.m. on Monday. Rain and snow with maybe a little bit of wintry mix is off to our west around St. Louis, say. By midnight, notice this model suggesting maybe a little bit of a wintry mix. I think it's either going to, I don't think there's going to be a lot of wintry mix with this. There may be a little bit during the transition, but I don't think wintry mix is going to be a big component we have to worry about with this storm. One thing I do want to note is look at how big this storm system is. I mean, this is encompassing most of the central U.S. and down into the southeastern states. And what this is doing, because this low pressure is centered in Arkansas, remember, around a low pressure wind spin counterclockwise. So it is bringing up all of this warm Gulf of Mexico warm moist air, and this cold air, notice that cold air kind of starts right around that blue line, if you can see on your screen that I'm drawing right now. So the warm air is pushing that colder air up and out of the way and forcing it back a little bit and around the backside of this low. That is what is driving most of the uncertainty right now, is we don't know how much that warm air is going to push the cold air out of the way, leading to potentially more rain and less snow for us, except a little bit on the backside. So if we keep going into the future here, let's see, we're going to pick this up at midnight on Tuesday. Going further now into the future, this is 6 a.m. on Tuesday, rain predominantly across the area. And if we keep going further along, that low tracks right across the heart of our area with a pretty strong low. We'll see pretty low barometer readings from this. This is noon on Tuesday. Low's right over top of us. And if we go further along, this is now midnight Tuesday night into Wednesday, maybe some snow wrapping around on the backside. And remember, when we see these isobars, which are just lines of equal pressure, the closer they are together, the faster those winds are coming around the backside of that low. So we could see some 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts, maybe even potentially higher than that, as this low tracks off out of our area. And then everything's all set and done really by about 6 a.m. Wednesday morning. So that's all out of the area. That is the Euro model. Next up, we have the GFS, and we're gonna pick this up Monday at noon rather, and let's see what it has to say. It starts off, all of us, rain for the most part. This is 6 p.m. on Monday night. Notice rain mostly across the area. If we go further along, this is now midnight, Monday night. Again, rain, maybe some snow off to the north. This is what I was kind of talking about as well. We don't know how far that warm air is going to push up, so we really don't know exactly where that rain-snow cutoff line is going to be yet. That low still tracks over the top of the area. We're going to stop this. This is 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Notice here's that low pressure system, or the low pressure center centered right over, basically right over our area. Again, snow to the northwest. And as we go further along into the day, this is now 6 p.m. Tuesday night, snow starting to wrap around the backside of the low. And by midnight, most of the area is seeing some snow with some pretty gusty winds after that. And it is all out of the area by, again, about noon on Wednesday. Last one up we got here, this is the Canadian model, just another longer range model that we can use. Picking up on Monday at noon. If we go further along into the future, this is now midnight, Monday night to Tuesday, again suggesting maybe some rain to snow. Not exactly sure though where that cutoff line is. As we go further along, that low tracks a little bit further to our south, and the Canadian model has been pretty consistent with a little bit more of a southern track for the low. But notice it still keeps us in a lot of rain. This is Tuesday at noon. Most of the area is seeing rain with some snow off to our north and off to our west. And as this low again tracks off to our east and north, we get that snow wrap around on the backside. This is now Tuesday night at midnight. We see that snow wrapping around on the backside, and it's really out of the way. According to the Canadian, it's out of the area by about 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Some of the higher res models, so those are all the global models. They're pretty low resolution when we talk in terms of knowing where those cutoff lines are between rain and snow. Some of these medium range models are now starting to see this system as well. Basically, it'll give us a little bit better picture on what we could expect for future radar. So we'll start this at noon on Tuesday. Storm system off to our west. By Tuesday at midnight, notice there's that rain and snow somewhere along that US 50 corridor, maybe even closer to I-70. We could see that cutoff line somewhere. So some of us could start with some snow before we change over to all rain. And we'll stay all rain for most of the day on Tuesday before this model doesn't quite see the whole event yet, but it will stop at 6 p.m. Tuesday night. Notice some snow will start to wrap around with some stronger wind gusts as well. Now we could see some pretty substantial rain out of this. This same forecast model is showing somewhere between 3/4 of an inch to maybe an inch of rain across the area with a little bit of snow. This is total precip, so rain and melted snow, suggesting maybe somewhere between 3/4 of an inch to an inch in some spots across the area. So, and we could use the rain, so definitely a good thing to see. This is a graphic put out by the National Weather Service, just kind of also helping to illustrate kind of what I was talking about. Because we don't know the track of the low yet, these probabilities for where we'll see the most snow is still pretty fluid. So notice the best chance, this is the map that you see here, is the probability of greater than 4 inches of snow across the area. And I'll zoom in here so we have a better picture. Notice the best chances are off to our northwest, say around that Peoria area. If we start looking around the Charleston Mattoon area, that's only about a 30% chance of greater than 4 inches of snow. Down around that US 50 corridor, we're looking at only about a 10% chance. So this really doesn't look like a really big snow event for us, predominantly rain for that. After the snow comes through, though, we will see definitely some cooler temps. This is the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, and notice it is suggesting substantially colder air filling in through much of the country. Our average daytime high right now is around that 39 degrees with an average low of around 22 degrees. So suggesting definitely some colder air moving in, and also suggesting a little bit above average on the precip. So definitely coming into an active weather pattern here as we move through the month of, right through the middle of the month of January. So let's recap. What we do know, best timing for this right now looks to be from about 7 p.m. Monday through about 8 a.m. on Wednesday. Gusty winds are going to be a big factor with this, especially Tuesday night with that, when that low moves off to our north and east. When we see that snow, we may see definitely some wraparound winds that we could see 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts Tuesday night. That would not surprise me at all. We don't know exact accumulations yet, and we don't know the exact track of the low. Timing for this overall looks to start out maybe with some rain to snow overnight around that midnight time frame Monday night. We'll stay predominantly rain through most of the day on Tuesday with some wraparound snow Tuesday night and on into Wednesday. This still could change. The storm system is just starting to come onshore now, so we will get a better picture of this as we go definitely through the day tomorrow. So for Stieber Weather Forecasting, I am Ethan Stieber.